If you have a flooded attic, there are several steps you should take immediately. The first is to locate the leak and capture it with a bucket. Next, open the vents and windows to remove excess water. Once the attic is dry, remove any wet insulation and discard it. Make sure you wear protective gear and wear gloves. Lastly, you should disinfect the walls and ceilings. Next, you need to assess the water damage in the attic. You can determine if the water came from a burst pipe or a hole in the roof. When you're doing this, you should remain safe, not to touch any electrical objects. Once you've located the source of the leak, note its extent. For instance, a small dark spot on woodwork might be an indication of rotting. In the case of fiberboard, you may need to remove it. The material is not flood-proof, and it is slow to dry. Additionally, the wetness will cause the material to become weaker. Over time, the wetness can lead to the growth of harmful mold. This can be very harmful for the health of you and your family. If you have a flooded attic, you should replace the fiberboard in it. When you begin the cleanup, you should be careful not to remove everything from the attic, as it can damage support joists and other surfaces. You should also remove stored items and check for damages. You might need to repair damaged shingles, clean the gutters, or repair broken pipes. In addition, you should install vapor barriers and improve ventilation in the attic to prevent condensation. This is essential if you are to repair your home after a flood. After the flooding, you should disinfect the area to remove all traces of water. The area should be thoroughly cleaned so as not to expose the attic to spores of mold. If you can, hire a water damage restoration contractor. Remember, water damage and mold can ruin your home. A flooded attic should be repaired quickly. A professional should be able to clean it up efficiently. The first step is to determine the cause of the leak. It can be a roof leak or a pipe that has burst. Regardless of the cause, you must quickly clean the water and dry the area. If the water is coming from the attic, turn off the power and unplug any electrical equipment. Don't ever touch plugged-in areas. If possible, contact the insurance company and report the flooded attic. The second step is to determine the cause of the water damage. You can prevent the water damage by assessing the cause and finding out the causes of the water leak. This is the most important step to take. A flooded attic is a serious issue. If it has been caused by a leak, you should consider hiring a professional restoration company. The professionals have the expertise and resources to fix the problem. You should immediately start drying the affected area. Ensure that the walls are properly ventilated. Then, run large fans or dehumidifiers. This will help the water to evaporate. After this, you should check the interior and exterior of the flooded attic. If you notice water damage, you should make use of a bactericide to kill the spores. Afterwards, you should start restoring your home. When it comes to water damage, it is critical to identify the source of the water. The main cause is the roof. If your home is experiencing roof leaks, check the attic for signs of water. If you can't determine the source of the leak, you should call a professional restoration company. They will provide you with expert advice on what to do with a flooded attic. The first step in repairing a flooded attic is to assess the damage. If the flooded attic is a sign of a leak, it will have to be remedied. If you can see water stains, it's already too late. In the meantime, you can begin to restore the flooded attic by following the instructions carefully. The best approach to a soaked attic is to make sure it dries up completely.